Hello and welcome to On the Mat with Lydia, that's me. And whatever has brought you to your yoga practice today, you are very welcome here. Today's class is a full Vinyasa Flow, but the one catch is we won't be doing any chaturangas during this practice. And that's really just because I'm kind of off of them at the moment. I feel like chaturangas can sometimes be really overused, especially if you do a lot of vinyasa practice. It can start to really wear down on your shoulders. So just for this class, we're going to experiment with trying our vinyasa without the chaturanga involved. That being said, if you are a diehard chaturanga fan and you want to chuck it in there every once in a while, please feel free to do so. When you're ready, let's get on the mat starting in a seated position. So find any seat that feels comfortable to you, where you feel you can really ground down through your sits bones, those bony points in your booty. And from there you can lift up nice and tall through your spine. Now notice if your rib cage wants to open forward. See if you can draw the ribs in so that your head stacks over your heart, stacks over your hips. And then maybe your eyes close if that feels safe and comfortable for you. Giving yourself a few moments to really arrive on your mat for this practice today. So this time in stillness as we begin acts as your transition point, transitioning from your day so far into this time on your yoga mat, this sacred space where you can be present with your breath, with your body, and where you can move in a way that feels really nurturing to yourself today. Now maybe today nurturing means gentle, maybe it means challenging and strong. Check in for a moment with how your body is feeling. And in this practice, as we move, we'll explore what might feel good, what you might need in this moment. It's okay if you don't know right now. We'll see how we go along the way. I'll take just 3 more breaths here for now before we get moving, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose or through pursed lips. Just finding that natural rhythm of your breath as you inhale and exhale. And last one all together, we'll breathe in through the nose and let it out. Wonderful. Eyes can flutter open whenever you're ready. Hands will come behind you for support as you bring your legs out in front of you, knees bent, soles of the feet planted. Take your feet nice and wide apart, so left foot to the left, right foot to the right, and then start to drop both knees to one side of your mat. Come back through center and drop to the other side. So just this gentle windshield wiper motion side to side through the legs. I love this movement, as you've probably noticed if you've done any of my other videos, because it's a really great warm-up and check-in for the hips. So really starting to see how you're feeling here through the hips, through the legs, and getting everything moving so that we're ready to go as we get deeper into our flow. As you move the knees side to side, might feel good to let the upper body twist a little bit as well. Just bringing some spinal movement into the equation. Maybe even looking back over your shoulder to get the whole length of the spine involved. Beautiful. Now, at your own pace, start to slow this movement down just little by little. Bringing yourself back through center, until you find stillness with your feet planted. Sitting up tall, hands come behind your thighs now. Let's roll the shoulders back. Take an inhale to lift your heart. Actively push the chest forward and lift it towards the sky. Maybe lifting your chin as well as the shoulders keep drawing back, elbows heavy. Another full breath in here. Now, as you exhale, reverse this action, tucking your chin, bringing the rib cage back, drawing your belly button towards your spine, and start to round here through your cat pose. Full breath out, and then we'll start to flow. Inhaling to roll your shoulders back, sit up tall as you lift your chest. Exhale to tuck your tailbone under and around your spine. Inhale, lift up through your cow. And exhale, round back through your cat. Let your arms help you out here. As you inhale, pull the legs, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, catch the thighs so that you can round a little bit more. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Next, inhale lifts you up nice and tall through your spine. Release the grip on the legs, swing your feet to one side, and let's find our tabletop position. So now here we are, stacking the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees, finding a nice flat back. Let's lift the navel up towards the spine so we've got a lot of core support going on. Then take an inhale to sweep your left leg back behind you, letting your toes hover over the mat. Now notice if all your weight started to lean to the right. See if you can bring some weight back through center. Really turning all 5 toes down towards the floor. Feel the lift of the leg coming from your lower glute. Stay right here or add on by reaching your right arm forward. Right bicep hugs towards your ear. Full breath in as you lengthen out. Exhale, knee and elbow bend, coming together underneath you. Then inhale, stretch it out long, just one more time here. As you exhale, right hand comes down. Now that left leg is going to stay long, but let's travel it over towards the right side of your mat and then drop your toes down. So that left leg is crossing behind your right, kicking back through your left heel. Maybe you start to feel that stretch through the left side of your waist. If you want to go deeper, take a look over that right shoulder. Keep lifting your navel towards your spine so we're not letting the belly or the rib cage drop. Another full breath in. Complete breath out. Head and shoulders come back through center first. And then let's bring that left leg behind us again. This time toes stay rooted on the mat. Push through your palms, lift through your belly so that you can step that right foot back to meet your left. You're in a plank position. Feel the strength through your entire body as you actively push away from the floor. Feel the strength of your core that squeeze the glutes and kick back through your heels. Another inhale. Exhale, booty lifts up and back, downward facing dog. Here we come. Option to move a little bit as you arrive. Maybe bend your knees, wiggle your hips. Take a full breath in and let it out. Planting through the palms, take an inhale to shift your weight forward into your plank. Keep the hands and feet where they are. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. With your breath, inhale, shift forward. And exhale, rock back. Just once more, inhale, bring it forward to your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, bend your knees so deeply that you eventually land them onto the mat. Bring your big toes together behind you, sit your hips towards your heels. Child's pose. Now, it doesn't matter how low you go here, how far you sink back. Really just allowing the weight of your body to drop into the support of the mat, even if just for a few moments. Breathing in through your nose, out through your nose, or pursed lips. Now with your next natural inhale, slowly rise up through hands and knees. Separate the feet, but keep your hips over your knees. And then continue to walk your arms forward. As the fingertips reach, let your chest melt down, forehead melt down, coming into our puppy pose. So a nice sweet back bend here, starting to open the chest, the underarms. Keeping the booty lifted high over the knees and belly button gently lifting towards your spine. Make sure you're breathing here. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through nose or pursed lips. Just once more here. Inhale and exhale. Now really lift through your navel as you start to rise your chest. Hands walk back underneath your shoulders. We're meeting back in our tabletop position. Beautiful. Let's explore the other side. So this time, inhale, right leg back. Find that length kicking back through your heel, using that strength of your right glute to help lift the leg a little bit higher without dropping the rib cage down. If you want to add on, maybe that left arm reaches forward, finding your balance here. You got it. Big inhale as you reach long. Exhale, crunch to center, knee and elbow tap. Then inhale, reach long. Exhale, left hand down, keep the right leg lifted. Travel that right leg over to the left side of your mat. And then drop your toes to the floor. Start to feel that stretch through your right side waist. If you want a bit more sensation, look back over your left shoulder. Keep kicking back through that right heel, lifting up through the navel. You got it. Full breath in. Complete breath out. Bringing your head, your shoulders back to center first, and then stepping the right foot back behind you, followed by the left. We're back in our favorite plank position. So strong here, just an inhale. Exhale, booty up and back, downward facing dog, making that inverted V shape with the body. Now this time from our downward facing dog, let's bend the knees generously. As your knees bend, can you push your hips back like you're trying to bring your chest to your thighs? Then take an inhale here. As you exhale, start to walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Take your time, coming all the way to the top of your mat until you find a forward fold. Let your upper body hang heavy here, knees bend a little or a lot. Maybe a little sway side to side helps you to relax. Feel a little bit more of a stretch through this back line of your body. Full breath in, smooth breath out. Now with your next inhale, hands slide to your thighs or shins. Lengthen out your spine like that tabletop position. Another big inhale here. Exhale to bend your knees, fold forward once again. This time, inhale brings you all the way up to standing. Arms will sweep to the sky. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Awesome. Feet are going to stay planted underneath your hips, standing nice and tall. Take an inhale to sweep your arms to the sky. As you exhale, stretch your arms out and down. Just the arms one more time. Inhale, reaching out and up. Make this as big as you can. Exhale, release your arms out and down. Adding on, we'll inhale, arms up, hips back, settling into a chair pose. Exhale, stand as your arms release down. Flowing with your breath, inhale, arms rise, hips sink low. Exhale, stand tall. One more just like that. Inhale to your chair. And exhale to stand. Let's add on again. Inhale to your chair pose. This time, exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale for that halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, fingertips find the floor. Step your left foot back behind you and let your left knee drop down to the mat. Inhale to rise your arms, find your low lunge. If this feels like a lot for the body right now, hands can come to your thigh or drop down to the mat, just giving you a little bit more time to let the body wake up before we really dive into these poses. Wherever you are, one more full breath in. Exhale to float your hands down, lift your back knee, and let's step it back to downward facing dog. Tailbone lifted high, soft bend into your knees. With your next inhale, sweep your left leg back behind you. Doesn't have to be high, just letting the left leg hover. Take another inhale here. Exhale, knee comes forward towards your chest. And let's step that left foot in between the hands. You can always use your hands to help you step the foot up. Back knee lowers down. Again, we have our low lunge. Hands to the mat, hands to your thigh, arms to the sky. Can you feel your tailbone lengthening down as you lift the crown of your head up? Another full breath in. Breath out to drop your hands, lift your back knee. This time step forward to the top of your mat. You're in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, chair pose, arms reach up. Exhale, push to stand. Release your arms down. Let's keep it going. Inhale to chair. Exhale, fold forward, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Follow your breath. Exhale brings you into your forward fold. Right foot will step back this time, right knee to the mat. Take an inhale for your expression of low lunge. Exhale, hands come down, back knee lifts. Let's step it to downward facing dog. No rush through these transitions. We'll all meet in our down dog. Inhale to send your right leg back, three-legged dog. If this is feeling like a lot on your wrist today, option to drop your back knee down, take it from your tabletop position. We've got another full breath in. Exhale, knee to chest. Step that right foot in between your hands. Lower your left knee down to the floor. Inhale for your low lunge. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Look forward as you step up, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Get ready for your chair. Drop your hips as you inhale. Exhale, push to stand. Rise, mountain pose. Stay here, full breath in. Complete breath out. All right, we're gonna keep building on this now. So as you inhale, arms rise, hips sit back to your chair. As you exhale, push to stand. As you do, all your weight comes to your right leg so that you can lift your left knee. Yeah, inhale to drop your foot, drop your hips to chair. Exhale, rise to stand. Left leg this time as your right knee comes to your chest. Finding a little march as you inhale into your chair. Exhale, left knee lifts. Take it slow. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, right knee lifts. One more time each side. Inhale to chair. You got this. Exhale, left knee lifts. Inhale, chair. Exhale, right knee lifts. Now inhale through your chair pose. Exhale, left knee lifts to stork, and let's hold it there. Hands to hips or hands to heart for a little extra stability as you really find your balance. Really anchoring down through the sole of that right foot. Stand a little bit taller, lifting up through the crown of your head. We've got another inhale here. As you exhale, bring your chest forward, kick your left leg back, and keep bringing the chest all the way forward and down until your fingertips find the floor, finding your standing split here. Crown of your head is reaching towards your right toes as that left leg reaches back. Does not matter how high your leg goes here. Just making sure that right leg is staying strong so we're not pushing the hip out to the side. We're keeping everything hugging in, aligned through center. Another inhale in your balance. Now, as you exhale, really reach those left toes way back to the back of your mat. Land the left toes down, bend into that right knee, and you're in a lunge. Lovely stuff. Left hand will plant, maybe on a block. Take an inhale, sweep your right arm open to a twist. As you exhale, hug your belly button to your spine. Feel this sweet opening across the chest, that wingspan through your arms. We've got another full breath in. Now, as you breathe out, start to unwind that twist. Your right hand is going to come inside the right foot. Now, let's take this slow for the first one. So hands are going to walk to that left side of your mat. Start to straighten your front knee and turn yourself to face that long edge of your yoga mat. Toes are going to be turned out, heels turned in. And we're going to keep walking the hands back until we bend the left knee, sit the hips back, and come into our Skandasana. Beautiful. So kind of like this Spider-Man pose where the back knee is bent, that front leg is straight. Maybe that left heel is lifted, maybe not. Totally up to you how low you want to bring the booty down. See if you can keep your chest proud though, lifting the heart up, drawing the shoulders back. You got it. Take a full breath in and slow breath out. Now again, nice and slow transition. We're gonna walk our hands back through center, start to straighten both legs. Now those left toes are gonna turn to face the long edge of your mat. Your right toes are gonna turn to face the front. Right knee bends as you set up your feet for warrior two. Then take an inhale to rise your upper body up. Arms reach to a T. So take a peek down. Make sure you're happy with where you've landed. Finding that heel to heel or heel to arch alignment between the front and back foot. And maybe you wiggle the hips a little bit to really get yourself settled. Again, tailbone reaches down. Crown of your head lifts up. We've got a full breath in here. Stay for your breath out. Next inhale, we'll flip your front palm. As you exhale, reach up and back. Find reverse warrior. Push a little bit more through your back foot as you really reach through those right fingertips. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior two, arms to a T. As you inhale, begin to straighten through your front leg. Keep a little bend in the right knee. And then exhale to kick your hips back, reach that right arm forward, eventually floating that right hand down to your thigh, to your shin, or to a block, finding triangle pose. Now, this is our first triangle of the day. We will come back to this. But for now, remember that you don't have to go super deep, right? Your body is just being introduced to this pose for the day. So we don't have to get right to the ground on the first go. It's okay to take your time really easing into these shapes. So maybe for now you stay pretty lifted, just working on that length through the sides of your waist. Maybe encouraging the chest to open up a little bit more. Just enjoy the sensations of this pose. We're here for another full breath in and complete breath out. Now on your inhale, front knee will bend. Switch the arms for reverse warrior. Exhale, hands all the way to the mat. Square your hips, you're in your lunge. Take an inhale here. Exhale completely. Beautiful. Now we're going to start rocking our weight forward and back, looking towards the top edge of the mat, thinking about that standing split balance posture we just did. When you feel ready, inhale all your weight to the right leg. Exhale, standing splits, folding over that right thigh, lifting the left leg. Full breath in. As you breathe out, start to curl that left knee towards your chest. Take it slow. We're going to inhale, come to stand with that left knee to the chest, finding our stork pose just where we started our flow. At any point, those left toes can drop down, give you a little bit of extra support. One inhale at the top to let the arms rise. As you exhale, land your left foot, release your arms, and shake it out. Beautifully done. When you're ready, we're going to explore that same thing on the other side. So you're staying at the top of your mat. I'm just switching sides so that I can be facing you as we flow. Standing nice and tall. Take your next breath in to rise your arms, sit your hips back to chair. As you exhale, push to stand, left knee to chest. Inhale, sit your hips back to chair. Exhale, rise, right knee to chest. Keep it going, inhale, chair. Exhale, left knee lifts. Inhale, chair. Exhale, right knee. Just one more time each side, inhale to chair. Exhale to stork. This time we inhale to chair. As you exhale, find stork with that right knee lifted and pause. Hands to hips, hands to heart, whatever feels better. See if you can really activate those right hip flexors to lift your knee a little bit higher. Inhale in your balance. Exhale, standing split. Send that right leg back. Bring your chest forward. Keeping your body long as you fold all the way over that left leg. Let your left knee bend a little or a lot as you find your balance. But check in with that left hip. Make sure it's not swinging off to the side. Keep that integrity of lifting the hip up and in. Beautiful. We've got another full breath in here. And breath out. Now looking for our lunge, we're going to reach those right toes way back, eventually landing the ball the right foot, bending your left knee, and finding your runner's lunge. Planting through your right hand this time, take an inhale for your twist, left arm reaches up. As you exhale, really hug your shoulder blades together on your back. Beautiful, really feel this release through your spine as you encourage that left shoulder back. We've got another full breath in. Now as you exhale, left hand comes down to the inside edge of your left foot. Let's make our transition. So hands walk to that long edge of your mat as you turn yourself to face the right. Toes out, heels in. Walking all the way back to that right foot, bending the right knee, lengthening the left leg, coming down into your skandasana. Remember, you control how low you want to go. So maybe the booty stays pretty lifted for today. Beautiful place to be. Maybe it feels okay for the knees, the hips to drop it down. Totally up to you. Wherever you are, we've got a full breath in. Complete breath out. Getting ready for our warrior two. Start to walk your hands back to the top edge of your mat. As you do, left toes turn to the front, right toes turn to the right. Nice bend in your front knee. Take an inhale to rise all the way up when you're ready, and use your exhale to settle in. Your next 3 breaths are yours to readjust. Find your warrior 2 on this side. Eventually landing with that stacking of head over heart over hips, nice and tall. All together, we've got another full breath in. Complete breath out. Next inhale flips your front palm. Exhale, reach it up and back. Find a reverse warrior. Really feel that stretch your breath into that left side waist as you take another inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Awesome. Inhale starts to straighten through your front leg. Triangle as you exhale, hips back, heart forward, and dropping your left hand down. Letting that left hand land somewhere along your leg, above or below your knee. We want to make sure the left hand isn't pushing into the knee joint. And speaking of that left knee, let's keep a little bend there. So you can really push through the left foot, feel the activating of those muscles of the left leg, but we're not putting too much strain into the left knee. Awesome. 2 more breaths here, really sending your hips back, reaching your ribcage away from your hips to get that length. We've got 1 more inhale. And exhale. Warrior, reverse warrior as you inhale, front knee bends, reaching back. Exhale, hands all the way to the mat, square your hips, you're in your lunge. Now starting to rock your weight forward and back, getting ready for that standing split so we can come out of this flow the same way we came in. When you're ready, inhale brings your weight forward. Exhale, fold over your left leg as you lift your right leg any amount. Really feel your navel hug to your spine here as you inhale. And then exhale to curl knee to chest. Push up out of that left leg as you rise to stand stork pose. Right knee to your chest. Right toes can drop down anytime as you wiggle and wobble. At the top, arms rise for a big breath in. Exhale, foot comes down, arms release, mountain pose. Beautiful, wiggle it out, shake it out, whatever feels good. We're gonna take that same flow once more on each side. Now that you're a little bit familiar with where we're going, hopefully you can explore a little bit more depth and nuance into these postures. So top of your mat when you're ready. Standing nice and tall. Inhale to your chair, arms sweep up. Exhale, left knee lifts to stork pose. Take an inhale here, nice and tall. Exhale, start to kick your left foot back, reach the chest forward, landing in your standing splits, fingertips to the floor or to blocks. An inhale to reach the left leg back. Exhale, reach back through the left toes and land into your lunge. Setting up for our twist, plant that left palm. Inhale to sweep your right arm open and stay for your exhale. Another inhale, stretching across your chest. Exhale to unwind, right hand to the inside of your right foot. Start to walk your hands to the long edge of your mat. Turn your toes out, coming all the way back until you bend your left knee, drop your hips, and find your skandasana. Maybe this time experimenting with lifting one or both hands off the mat. Nice, take an inhale here. As you exhale, start to make your way towards your warrior 2. So as you shift your weight again, those right toes turn forward, left toes turn to the long edge of your mat. Use your next natural inhale to rise up, warrior 2, and stay for the exhale. Inhale, right palm flips. Exhale, reach it up and back, reverse warrior. Inhale for this stretch. Exhale, warrior two, arms to a T. Inhale, begin to lengthen your front leg, get ready for triangle. Exhale, kick the hips back, land your right hand down, reaching those left fingertips towards the sky. Actively push down through the soles of your feet, keeping the legs strong so that your upper body can open and explore. Another full inhale and complete exhale. Reverse warrior as you inhale, reach the arms back. Exhale, hands all the way to the mat, square your hips. You're in your lunge. Maybe a few rocks forward and back, getting ready for your standing split, round two. Inhale to shift your weight forward. Exhale, bowing over that right leg as you lift the left. Nice inhale here. Exhale, left knee to chest, get ready to stand. Inhale, rise up. See if you can go slow as you lift your left knee to your chest. Landing on that right leg, find your stork. Inhale to rise your arms. Exhale, land in your mountain pose. Full breath in. Complete breath out. Right into that other side as you inhale for your chair. Exhale, right knee to your chest as you stand in your stork. Find your balance as you inhale. Exhale, send that right leg back, chest forward. We're coming down into that standing split. Left knee bent a little or a lot as you inhale here. Exhale to land your lunge, right toes down, left knee bends. Planting through that right hand, inhale into your twist. Stay for your exhale, hugging your hips together. We've got another inhale here. Exhale, slowly unwind. Start to walk yourself to that long edge of your mat. Toes turn out as you walk all the way back to the right foot, bending your right knee and lengthening your left. Again, just maybe exploring lifting the hands, keeping all that strength, all that support in the legs. Full breath in, and we move with the breath out. So starting to walk back towards your warrior two, shift your hips. Left toes point forward, right toes face that right edge of the mat. Take your inhale to rise and stay for an exhale, settle in. Inhale to flip your left palm. Exhale, reach up and back, find reverse warrior. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior two. Getting ready for triangle as you inhale and lengthen through your front leg. Exhale, hinge forward, landing the left hand, reaching up through the right fingertips. Now as best you can, try and keep some length in that left side of your waist. So as that left hand starts to wander down closer to the floor, it's tempting just to crunch up through the side body so that we can get the hand lower. Instead, I'll invite you for today to focus more on that length, and the hand will only go as far as it can to maintain that nice long side body. Awesome. By now we've got one more inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach it back. Exhale, hands all the way down to the mat, square your hips, and find yourself in your lunge. Start to rock your weight forward and back a couple times, getting ready. Inhale, balancing into that left leg. Exhale, standing split, forehead towards your left shin. Inhale here. Exhale, right knee to chest. Feel that core as you start to lift. Inhale, rising to your stork. Exhale to land, standing tall. Nice, arms to the sky, big breath in. Land your mountain pose with your breath out. Shake it out, beautifully done, everyone. Take a big breath in and sigh it out through your mouth. Awesome. Let's find our mountain pose, but this time take the feet a little bit wider than hips width distance. Take an inhale to sweep your arms up. As you exhale, soft knees fold forward, come all the way down. Maybe hands land on the mat. Maybe you find blocks. Maybe you like to hold onto your ankles. Let's just take a little organic movement here, letting the body sway, letting the knees bend and straighten. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's take an inhale for a little halfway lift, nice flat back. Then exhale to bend your knees, plant your palms, and step it all the way back. That left foot to the back of your mat, right foot stays forward. Left knee will drop down when you're ready, setting up for your low lunge. Let's plant that left palm, bring the right hand to the right thigh. Now maybe that right foot wants to walk a little bit wider, opening the hips here. We're gonna push into the hands, let that right shoulder come back. Let your left side ribs turn towards that right knee and open into a twist. So this is almost like a back bend and a twist put together, right? We're really letting the hips drop, leaning back into this, but we're still finding that gentle rotation through the spine. We've got a full breath in and a slow, smooth breath out. At the bottom of that exhale, unwind your twist. And we're gonna heel toe that right foot all the way across the mat until your right foot finds the left edge and your right knee can drop open to the right, setting up for pigeon. Now, as you land, if this is feeling any kind of uncomfortable in your right knee, then sit your weight onto your right hip, bend your left knee, and bring your leg to your side. This kind of Z-leg formation will give you the same stretch for your right hip without so much strain on the knees and the low back. So this is a beautiful place to be if you want it, or perhaps that left leg is staying back behind you. Now let's all together lift up through the chest, send the tailbone down and back. Take a full breath in. As you breathe out, start to slowly fold forward, coming down any amount over that right shin. So really take it slow as you bring the chest down, so that as you go, you can feel that sensation going on in your hips and your back, and you can choose that place where you want to land. So we're looking for a spot where we feel the sensation of the stretch without any pain, any pinching, any burning sensations going on, right? We want to find that difference between stretch and pain. We never want to stay in a place that's painful, right? So even if that means you don't go quite as deep into this today as you normally would, that is so fine. There is so much to explore in this posture without pushing yourself into the deepest depths of your pigeon. Now I've been yabbering on while we're here, but we've got about 3 more rounds of breath to stay on this side. Checking in with that right hip as we go, seeing how you're feeling. Hopefully it feels like a nice release after all of the balancing that we've been doing on the legs today. We've got another full breath in and complete breath out. Take your time as you start to lift your chest up away from the mat. We're going to tuck the back toes if that leg is back behind you. And we're gonna lift the back knee, shift the weight so we can step the right foot back and land in our down dog. Now, if you're coming from seated, you can just bring yourself to your down dog however it feels good. Maybe you're passing through like a tabletop position to get there. Whatever feels right for your body. As you land in your downward facing dog, it might feel nice to take a little bit of movement, really feeling into the difference in the hips since we've done one side, not the other. And taking an inhale to bend your knees, lift your heels. Exhale to walk forward, top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. This time, right foot steps all the way back, right knee will land, finding your low lunge to begin. Right palm is going to plant really wide to the right side of your mat, left hand on your left thigh. And then maybe left foot steps really wide here, so that as you push into your hands and start to twist, you can lean back into this a little bit more. So letting your hips drop, really pushing up and away with your hands. And feel the shoulder blades coming together behind you to help open your chest. Really breathe into this here. We've got another inhale. And exhale completely. Bottom of that exhale, start to unwind your twist. And then that left foot is going to heel toe its way over to the right side of your mat. Left knee will fall open nice and wide as we set up for pigeon on this side. Now, before we do anything else, check in with your left hip, check in with your knees. This side is probably going to feel different than the other side. So if you want that Z leg option sitting onto the left hip, bringing the right leg next to you, this is a nice gentler version that's still going to give you that stretch for the hip. If you'd like, that right leg can stay back behind you. If you're like me and there's a big gap between your hip and the floor, you might employ your block or your blanket just to give you a little bit of extra support. And then all together, we're facing that front shin as we inhale. Exhale, slowly start to fold down over your left leg. Only going as low as you want to go to feel the stretch into your right hip without any of that pain, that pinching, that burning. So only you know your body. Trust yourself that you can find that place where you can stretch without it being too much. And maybe that means you explore staying a little bit more lifted for a few breaths and then see if you can drop deeper. This doesn't have to be a static pose. You can always explore different levels as we go. Now we've got 5 more rounds of breath on this side. Keeping your hips heavy. A gentle activation through your core, navel lifting towards your spine. And that's just going to offer you a little bit of support around your core so that we're not just dumping into this pose, but we're really being intentional about directing the stretch into the left hip. Really nice. All together, we've got another full breath in. Complete breath out. Slowly lifting up, bringing your hands underneath you to lift the chest. Let's all sit our hips to the left now. Bring that right leg all the way around in front of you and find yourself in a seated position. We'll bring the feet out nice and wide, just like we did at the start of practice, and just explore a little windshield wiper motion side to side through the legs. So after all that movement, let's see how we feel through this windshield wiper action. Probably the hips feel a little bit different than they did at the start of practice. Maybe this feels like a really nice release right now. As you're ready, you can start to slow this motion down, start to bring yourself back to center. We'll plant the feet, hold on to the backs of the legs once again, but this time roll yourself onto your back. As you come down onto your back, bring your legs with you towards your chest. Wrap yourself up in a nice big hug here. Perhaps a gentle rock side to side feels good. Really letting yourself explore any last little movements in your body that might feel good before we come into our final resting pose. So if you'd like to explore a few more postures, a few more movements, take the next 5 rounds of breath to do so. If you're ready to come straight into that Shavasana, we can start to lengthen out the legs, release your arms by your sides. If there's any other shape in Shavasana that feels more supportive today, feel free to go there instead. Really listen to your body, trust where it wants to go in this moment to find that shape that feels the most nurturing to you. And as you land, start to let your body settle into stillness. Perhaps your eyes close if that feels safe and comfortable for you. And this is the time in our practice when we get to really slow things down and just take some time to integrate everything we did on the mat. Yoga is a little bit wacky. Sometimes we put our body into shapes that it's really not used to. So we can take this time in Shavasana to let the body integrate and understand everything we've done. To start to feel the benefits, the strengthening, the mobility. Perhaps the shift in your mind or your mood that happens along the way. And if nothing else, Shavasana is your time to rest. Something that is definitely not always easy to do. I invite you to stay here in your Shavasana for the next few minutes, enjoying a bit of stillness and silence for your body, your mind. This is where I'll leave you for now to enjoy your rest. I thank you so much for meeting me on the mat. Until we meet here again, be well.